Good evening, folks. I hadn't done a video for a couple days, and then I've been following or listening to the sports thing about Urban Meyer and leadership styles, and then I've been watching or some videos also on President Biden as well about his leadership style. And I'm also doing a speech on Wednesday for my Toastmasters on leadership style or my personal leadership style. And I really like to thank Toastmasters for the opportunity to learn more about my leadership style, which I was very happy with that because what that showed to me is my leadership style, and it's an assessment. My scores were pretty well even along the board. There wasn't one really glaring area other than alternative or being authoritative or uh, person. Everything was pretty well much in the 18 to 16 range, which as a psychologist I realized in this I have a very well balanced leadership style, and I read quite a bit on leadership styles, and I feel this is one area that I feel very comfortable in talking about. But when we're talking about leadership, um, a leadership style is a leader's method of providing three things: direction, implementing plans, and motivating people. And the purpose of these three things is the direction, implementing plans, and motivating people. And when you break it down, is direction. Uh, when you direct somebody, you're directing them on the goals and objective either of your organization or what you implement. Say, for instance, you're within an organization, you're a team leader, you're implementing. Your goal is, for example, you're supposed to figure out the budget for next month, and you got a team of 8 people. The goal here is to give the direction on implementing uh, the direction on implementing is the next one, but direction on the people within that team. A lot of times you'll hear leaders fail because they did not give the proper direction. But part of that goes to what I've talked a couple of weeks about is your communication style. So really, technically, the direction and the communication style go hand in hand as well as goals. So if you are a leader, you have goals that you want to achieve, and you have to direct the people or the people underneath you where you want that direction to go. And the problem occurs when that direction is not followed through or that communications of those directions are skewed in some way. The second one is implementing plans, and the part of this is like I said before, is the goals and objectives, but also implant implant doing the plans, implementing the plans. That's what I want to try to say. Implementing the plans to achieve the results that you want as a leader. The point that occurs with this is the type of leader. Are you one that's open to everybody's opinion, or are you going to direct the way you see it and not follow suit? A person that would be very authoritative would be maybe somebody like a Steve Jobs. And then on the other hand, somebody that's open to suggestions. I my mind doesn't escape to anybody. Can't think of anybody at the present time, but there again is somebody that would be open to other plans. A good implementation, somebody that's implementing the right plans would be like a coach of a football, baseball team, because then they're conveying that direction and implementing that plan among the players on that organization. The thing, like I said, that falls is when the leader has uh, other issues, personal issues, that he loses that respect or the rapport with people. And when and like the stories have been going the last few days about that, as well as President Biden, once you lose that respect it's really, really hard to get that respect back. So the goal here is always implementing the right plan and not go down that slippery slope, which either hurts somebody or goes down the what I call that moral slope where it affects people within the organization. And finally, the third area is motivating people. This can be also hard for some people because you've got to have the direction, implement the plan, and then motivate them to do this. And motivation has to be where the people that are behind you are willing to make those sacrifices to achieve this. People like Augustus Caesar was a good motivated people. People like Lou Holtz, who's like a football coach, was able to motivate people. Tony Dungy is another athletic person I can think of, was able to motivate people and to get the goals or implement the goals. And the another person, though he was all very alternative in his thinking and his approach, where it had to be his way, was Steve Jobs, even though he motivated people in the wrong way. So the point here is you got to motivate people in that positive aspect. When I talk about positive aspect, you need to motivate them to achieve the goals for you and for the organization in a positive. If it turns to be negative and you have another situation come up, those people may be more reluctant not to be motivated, and this can affect things down the line. Anyway, these were just a few thoughts that I had about leadership and good leadership. And like I said, the three things are direction, implementing the plan, and motivating people. Anyway, thanks for your time and have a great afternoon and great weekend. Thanks. Bye.